Yeah, this is just an extended video. It should be short. I forgot to mention something that was kind of important from the last video. It's related to the previous video if you haven't watched it, which is the just the variable types. So we already went over the long type. We already went over some long. We went over the short extension. We went over the assigned. And then we went over the unsigned. We went over all these types here. Alright, and they're just basically extensions. Sort of, kind of, to the end keyword here. But, what I really wanted to go over today is the constant keyword here. Now it's pretty simple here. So let me just run this here. We should already have a pretty good idea what happens here. Assuming that I didn't forget to put the pausing statement. We get a 2 here. So basically, I declare a variable here. I initialize it. And no matter what it's initialized to, it'll always be set equal to 2. So first I equals 99, then the next program statement I just equals 2. Then we output 2 here. Now what this constant keyword does, it makes this variable constant here. So basically what this means is that I cannot try and change this variable after it's been declared. And the other thing is I have to make sure I declare at the same time it is I have to make sure I initialize it at the same time it's been declared here. Like I can't say constant I here and then say I equals 2. That's going to be an issue here because I cannot change it here. I have to initialize it here. And no matter what, I cannot change this value here as long as this is constant here. I can change it here though, without the constant keyword here. But with the constant keyword here, it cannot be changed no matter what. The only time I can, well, I'd have to manually change it through the code here, but I cannot change it afterward. Here, after it's been declared here, it cannot be changed. And that's gonna create some problems and some. It'll also help us too if we're trying to if we have a large amount of code, we might not want variables to change, so we make it constant. So if we go to run it and we made an error, you know, the constant would be a compiler error saying that I is equal to 3. There'd be a compiler error saying you cannot assign to a variable that is constant here. You'll say, oh, okay. Now there's some other things later on. There's other when we start going over libraries, there are some variables that are constant and they cannot be changed. And we will see, and this will be an issue here if we really want to change it, but in the coding somewhere, we can't change it. You know, it could create some problems. It could, but really, I just want you to be aware of the constant keyword here. It's not that important yet, but we're going to be running into it. And if you want to use the constant keyword to put some constraints on your program or to just to limit you, you can go ahead and do that. But sometimes it can be useful. I don't use it, but there are times when it is used, and I don't intend to. I don't intend it to be there, but it's not that big of a deal. But just be aware that the constant will keep a variable constant, and when you use this constant keyword, you have to initialize this value at the same time it is declared. So that's it, and so you can move on to the next lesson.